All right, the next thing that we're going to start looking at is your elevation drawing for your houses. So in your packet, you should have one that says elevation drawing. This one is house one elevation. And what an elevation drawing is the front view or a side view, front elevation, side elevation of um, a house or of an object. So if you Google, I was trying to share. It's not, my computer's not letting me share right now. Let me double check and see if I can get it to come up a different way. Elevation drawing, share. Okay, so you guys should be seeing these elevation drawings now. These are all elevation drawings of a house. So this image right here has different elevations. We have our south side. So obviously that front of the house is facing south. And then you have your right, left, north side of the house. You can also have elevation drawings from the middle of a house. So if we took a cross section right down the middle of this, you could look at it from the inside. What we're going to be doing is something closer to this. You are drawing out just the front of what your house is going to look like, and then you're adding some textures of what you would want on the outside of your house. So this one, we can tell it has a tin roof because of the corrugated lines going up and down. It has brick on the bottom and then siding and a different kind of lap siding on the front of the eave here. And then it shows the windows and the doors, some trees if you want trees. That's what you're going to be adding in on your elevation. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to show you is in your packet. There are a couple of easy ways to start drawing your elevation to make sure it is accurate to size. If you're looking through your paper, you guys should be able to see faintly the lines of your house plans behind it. So I can tell that right here is the corner of the house there, and over here is another corner. And then I also have the corner where my doorway is at right here. And then my door is back here. So I'm just going to lightly mark some of those spots. And I know that the front of the house, so right now I'm looking at it from the top, and I'm going to take it from, instead of looking at it from the top, here's the house model. Instead of looking at it from the top, now I'm going to be looking at it from the elevation like this. So as I start drawing out this house, I'm going to draw the baseline all the way across because I know that there's a floor all the way across my house. Next thing I need to figure out is how tall my house is. And to do that, I can come over to one of my wall sections and measure my walls. So if I measure the wall, this one is 2 3/8 inch tall. So then I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to measure out 2 3/8. And I can follow the wall just to get a perfectly straight line. So 2 3/8. Same thing right here by the door. It's going to be 2 3/8. Again on this side, 2 3/8, and again on the end. Okay, and then this is going to be the top of my roof line. So now I can go and connect all of those all the way across because that is the top of my roof line. Next thing that I want to do is go and look at how tall my roof is. So I'm going to go over to one of my truss pages and measure how tall that truss is. So this one is 1 1/4. And the way that these trusses are laid out, let's go back to the house. I know that I have my eave or the peak of my roof is right above my door. So when I draw that on these plans, the roof is going to be going out that way. So if I go back to the 1 1/4 measurement, I am going to be 1 1/4 inch above my wall. And then I want to find the exact middle, which is right here. So right in between the door. So from the middle, I'm going to take that point down to the corner of my wall. And that is going to create my roof line. Your roof does hang over a little bit, and that is so that rain doesn't fall down the side of your house. It actually goes out a little ways before it falls off the side. And then I can erase some of these guidelines. I don't need them anymore. Next thing you're going to start doing is adding in your door. So I need to go and measure how tall my door is. and I would draw a line for where the height of the door is. So somewhere in here, finish out my door. In our plans, there wasn't windows on the front of your house, but if you want to add in windows, you can add in a window on each side. You can add in, maybe you want a sidewalk, so I would draw a sidewalk in here. Maybe you want a tree over here on the side of your house. You could add in a fence line if you wanted. So if I wanted to add a fence line in back here going into the backyard, I could add a fence line. And I'm also going to start showing what my siding looks like. So maybe I have brick down here on this bottom part. So I'm adding in what I want the front of my house to look like. And these are just really quick sketches. I will do a better job and come back with a picture to show you guys what it looks like finalized. And then the roof line, we don't actually see the top of the roof. When you guys are looking at it like this, we don't see the top of the roof from your front elevation. So for house number 1, you could just have a different type of siding. Maybe we're going to do like the shiplap siding up here on the front of our house. House number 2, your roof goes the opposite direction. So your house is going to be a big rectangle, and then you have a little rectangle on top. And that's how your house is going to look because your roof line runs the other direction. And you will, sorry about that glare, that's pretty bad. Can't get rid of it. You are actually going to have, I'll draw it darker, to be able to draw in your shingles for what you want those to look like. So maybe it's like the fish scale tile type shingles. You have that as an option. You have the straight corrugated metal as an option for your siding, or you have like your normal, what most people have is the square shingle siding on their houses. So you guys would be adding in whatever option you want your shingles to look like for house number 1. And then house 2, you're adding in all of those same things. You just don't have to draw the shingles for your roof. Okay.